Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Rocks, and in this video I'm going to do a book review on the Harry Potter books and also give my thoughts about Pottermore. Now the reason I'm doing book reviews is because I want to get more involved with the book community on YouTube because you're all really fun and obviously I love books and reading. So I'll tell you how I came to want to read the Harry Potter series. Now, for my birthday this year, I got the Lego Diagon Alley set because I like shops and very interesting architecture, and I had lots and lots of fun building it. And then I got the Lego Harry Potter book that shows all the Lego sets for Harry Potter that have been released, and I really enjoyed reading that. And then I happened to be online at 2 in the morning when somebody said, "Oh, the Pottermore registration thing's open." And I was like, "Oh, it's open now." I thought, well, I'll have a go with it. So I managed to sign up successfully and I thought, I'm actually quite excited now. And so I got a bit excited. And then a while later, I was thinking, you know what, I think I'm going to actually read the books. So I started to read the books. Because when the Harry Potter craze first started, my special interests weren't really into that, and I was into other stuff, and I tried to read the first one, but I wasn't really in the right frame of mind to want to get into it. But I recently read it. I got this box set on September 3rd, and then spent about 3 weeks reading through it. I decided to get this particular box set because I really like the pictures. I feel like it gives more depth when I'm reading them and sort of entrenches me more in the story because it looks more realistic. So I really enjoyed reading the school years because I really enjoyed the structure, and it really helped me pay attention and enjoy learning all about the characters. And I think they really helped me to focus my attention on it till I got to book 7, because if all the books had been like book 7, I doubt I would have stayed with it because there wasn't really any structure, and I don't really like strong fantasy themes usually, but because of the structure it helped me learn all about the characters. The character I most connected with was Luna Lovegood because her experiences of school were a lot like my experiences of school, and the way she sees the world, and she's unique and individual. That's why I connected to her character. So I was a little bit disappointed that at the 7th book she wasn't really mentioned in the conclusion, because I wanted to know if she was all happy and that. But I've since read what happens to her, and it's okay. But it would have been nice if she'd been mentioned, because I sort of personally got a bit upset because I felt so connected to her and felt I could relate to her so much. It felt like sort of a personal slight on myself because I love the character so much. So I did really enjoy the books. So I've been on Pottermore for a while, and I have to say I'm loving it. I did the sorted quiz. It was then I got sorted into Slytherin, and my first response was but then I read the welcoming letter, and I thought, actually, and I quite like, because it's not black and white, they're not all evil, because it's about being cunning and ambitious and clever, and making your dreams come true, and using your skills, practical ways to create stuff and that. So I really like being in Slytherin. And once you're sorted, you get a common room, and it's all the colours and the decoration of your particular house, and the Slytherin one is absolutely gorgeous because you've got the green and the chat bits and that, and then in the background behind that bit you've got the windows of Slytherin common room, and it's all the green of the lake. And I really love that, and I really love the idea that we can see the giant squid and the mer people. That's really exciting because I really like aquariums. And also I got a cat, a ginger cat, because they had the a black cat, but I thought, well, I've got a real life black cat, so I'll have something that I don't really have in real life. So I picked a ginger cat, and he's really cute because you get your icons like the pet you've chosen and then the colour of your house behind it, and it's all really cute. Now, I really like the community on Pottermore because it feels like we're all one big family, especially when I'm in the common rooms, like all, and it just feels so happy and fun, and so I really like that. Now, I liked going through the story pages because I like point and click adventures, but I do think that there should have been more to click on. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. The artwork is just absolutely gorgeous. Some pages which are stunning, but I do think there should be a lot more things to find. And also the little games and things. I'd love more games. Now, the main way to earn house points is to create potions and dueling. Dueling is when you do a spell and then you challenge somebody. I'm not quite sure because I haven't had a chance to do it yet, but you challenge somebody and then you do the spell bit, and then when they find they've got the challenge, they do the spell bit, then you find out who wins. Now, the spell bit is you've got letters from the name of the spell and they're all arranged, and you have to click the letter on your keyboard once and then click it again when this circle is like at its widest. So you have to click all the letters in all the right order, and it seems like a really good mechanism for doing the spells, so quite like that. The other thing is potions. Now, I really don't like potions because, well, you've got the mixing bowl there and then the cauldron there and then your ingredients there, and you're timed, and you have to carry them all the way over the cauldron to the mixing bowl, so that wastes a lot of time. And also you've got the timer there, and then when it comes to heat the potion, I just get really flustered because I don't really know what the temperature gauge means, and then you've got that timer up there, and then you've got this one here counting down how much the time you need for the potion, and I get so flustered with it and I just don't like doing it. So what I would love is to do the other lessons as well, is herbology and care of magical creatures, but I don't want to be timed. I don't like timed games because I just get flustered. And also what I don't like is that it makes you lose house points if you get it wrong. Now, with video games, I play video games and that just have loads of fun, but so if I lose house points because I've got it wrong, it just sort of demotivates me and just makes me reluctant to even attempt it, really. And also it tells you your common room activities when you log in, and it tells you who lost the house points. Now, I don't really like that because if I lost the house points, like, oh, I lost them points, I'm right embarrassed because everybody could see I lost them points. So that makes me not want to attempt potions. So what I would prefer is that you just don't gain points if you mess it up. Then it's not as demotivating then, because you can still practice it, but you just don't gain points. So I'd prefer that. Also, I love point and click adventures, so I prefer like more stuff like puzzles and things and stuff that isn't timed. I really like the drawings feature, that's really cute. I'd really like to be able to see the drawings on the person's profile page. So you go to their profile page and then you can see the drawings they've done. I'd really like that. And also what I'd really like is if we could get points for doing drawings, but I could see that might cause a problem, because if we got points for doing drawings, then you get loads and loads of drawings uploaded and it might put pressure on the server. So I'm not sure whether that's a good idea or not, but it would be really fun. In a really geeky way, I really want to do homework. I really want to do Hogwarts homework. It would be awesome. I don't quite know how they do it, but I really want to do Hogwarts homework and do research and stuff. That would be awesome. Now, with the chat, in the Great Hall, I have a bit of a problem with the chat in the Great Hall, as I type a comment and it says your comment will appear here soon, and I'm finding that a lot of the time some of my comments don't get put up, and so it's a bit hard to have a conversation to join in, because either your comment isn't put up, or your comment's put up and then it just falls down the page, so you can't find what I really love, to be able to see all my comments that I've written and whether they got replies or whether they got likes and that. Like, access that from my profile page, because otherwise you comment and you don't get to see who's replied or what replies you've got. So, and also, can we have like a little reply button on each comment, because that would be a whole lot easier for conversations. You could just have a quick reply button. Also, there's a problem in the Great Hall main page. The Show More link, I click it and it just repeats the sections of chat. So it looks like there's only 10 people who've said anything, because it just repeats it. So I think that should be fixed. And also, that's a bit of a problem in the common room as well. It repeats sections of chat. And so that's a bit of a problem. Also, I like how it's all anonymous and that, it's really fun, but I do find it like hard to have proper chats, because most of the chatting is brew potions, and that's all really fun and really like it, but there isn't a way to properly chat about what you like, about your interests and things, so there isn't really a way to chat. So I thought maybe forums or little chat boards for the different age groups would be a good idea. I always forget what I want to say. What I think would be really interesting is, obviously we can't actually do this, it would be really interesting is to see sort of psychological and also style makeup of each house, to see, wonder like if there's certain people in Slytherin, if they've got certain things in common. It would be really interesting to see that, because you've got the houses, and the most competitive are Slytherin and Ravenclaw, which sort of fits with the book. That's sort of really interesting how that fits with the book. I just got loads of questions about how it works behind the scenes. Like, is there like a bank of people constantly on the whole time, and are they all Harry Potter fans? Is every single comment read? Because it's just really interesting to see how it all works behind the scenes and that, because I am having like loads of fun with it. It's really fun. But yeah, it could do with a bit more interactivity regarding the chat and being able to earn house points in more different ways. Well, I think it is an excellent idea, so hopefully when it goes live to everybody there should be some extra bits as well to have fun with. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. So sorry to tease you all if you really want to get on but you can't get on yet. But definitely those who aren't sure about it or anything, then it is really worth going on. So if you haven't read the books yet, you want to read the books, because as you're playing through the book, because you get to play through the book and then all the other books a lot, so it's going to be staggered out of about when the books come out. But I recommend you do read the books first, because as you're playing the story it only gives you little bits, and so if you haven't read the book you really won't have a clue what's going on in the story, because it doesn't really explain anything or tell you who the people are or why people do certain things. So you definitely do need to either read the books first or read the books as you're playing it. So yeah, I definitely recommend Pottermore. I'm in Slytherin and I'm really happy about it. I go to get a Slytherin tie and I want to do a Slytherin school uniform because I've got a convention coming up that I'm going to, so I really like to do Slytherin school uniform because it's really cool, because green really goes nice to my hair anyway, and there's so many variations you can do with all different outfits and that. So I definitely recommend Pottermore, and I really enjoy the Harry Potter books, and I've booked the film box set, so that I think that's coming in December, so I might give my thoughts about the films once I've got to watch them all, but I'm really excited to see Slytherin Common Room and all that, so yay. So definitely Pottermore, big thumbs up, brilliant. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Yay!